Hello everyone, this is our first video and in this video we are talking about the introduction to the Elixir programming language. Who created this language? What was the motive behind of creating this language? In which domain it is being useful on? So before diving deep to these parts, let's talk about myself. I am Aditya, I am from India and I am the instructor to this course. Okay, so let's start with the introduction part. Firstly, we will discuss about who created this language. So you can see the guy over there. Yeah, his name is Sir Joss Vellum. He created this language in the year of 2011. Okay, so let me tell you the history behind of creating this language, why this language is being created. Everything is being created for solving a particular problem. So what problem does this language solves? Okay, so let us talk about the history of the Elixir programming language. So John Spen himself was previously in the Ruby core team. So he was kind of obsessed with the Ruby, as Ruby is a great language of learning, but the main thing in which the Ruby lacks off is that it is not that much fault tolerant system. It couldn't handle much of the things like it is not a highly concurrent language. So taking these things in mind, Josh Vellum shifted to the Erlang things. Like Ericsson is working to solve these problems from the 1980s. So he may think of like why would if we create some language with the syntax of the Ruby and which do the things like which is the language which is mostly fault tolerant, highly resilient, and which can handle large amount of load with by using less system resources. So this is how the Elixir language is being born. Okay, so this is all about the history of the Elixir programming language. Now let we will discuss about the capabilities that this language offers. So let us talk about the capabilities. Like everything has some pros and cons. What are the pros of this language? Okay, so it has a cleaner syntax which is kind of inspired by the Ruby syntax. Okay, so it has a cleaner syntax. This was the one of the capabilities of the Elixir programming language. Okay, so let us talk about the another thing. This language is a very fault tolerant system, fault tolerant language. Uh, we will discuss about the fault tolerant. Like let us assume that we have created this software, Notepad software to the Elixir in an Elixir way, like. In an Elixir way, in a pretty Elixir way, like we have multiple tabs out of there, and there is a text area where we can write something. Okay, so these tabs are running in their own separate processes, and the text area also running in their separate process. So if one process is fails, it doesn't affect the another one. Like if we are opening the file tab and somehow it fails out, then it doesn't affect the another tabs, and also it doesn't affect the text area. Okay, so this is all about the fault tolerant systems which are highly available. Okay, so let us talk about the another capability of the Elixir programming language is that if you want to build highly concurrent systems which can handle large amount of load by using less system resources and without overwhelming the system, you can use Elixir. Okay. So if I want to build highly concurrent system, we will talk about the concurrency and parallelism things moreover to discourse. Let us keep it this introduction part is simpler. Okay. So these are the capabilities. Moreover, I will tell you more capabilities that this language offers. Like if you want to do create highly available systems, which doesn't fail, highly available systems. Like Elixir is mainly based on a concept which was let it fail. If some processes fails, it was rerun by the supervisor, and this is how the Elixir works. Okay, we will talk about this moreover to discourse. If I wanted to create the highly available system, you could use this language. Okay, now talk about the domain at which this language is being useful of, like where why we are learning this language. What are the things that we can create by after learning this language? Um, if you wanted to create real-time systems, like if you want to create real-time dashboards, real-time chat applications, real-time messaging applications, you can use this language. This language is best at doing these things. If you want to create distributed systems, you can use this language. Although it can handle large amount of load by using processes. Don't combine the process with the operating system process. It is a different concept. We will talk about the process moreover to this course already, although it is an advanced concept of this course. Okay, yeah. So if you want to create the distributed systems, you can use this language. If you want to create web applications, you can also use this language. Um, it offers a framework which is known as the Phoenix framework, which was one of the most lovable framework. You can learn this framework if you want to do make server-side applications. Okay, and if you wanted to create, it can be used as a scripting language too. Language too. Although I didn't use it as a scripting language, I love Python as a scripting language, or Bash should be my another option for scripting. But it is a great language for using it. Okay, so these are the domains in which the Elixir is being useful of. Okay, so let us talk about the learning sources of this language. I will tell you many things about this language, but if you want to learn more things, if you get stuck out in something and wanted to figure out that thing, you can use these learning sources. I will suggest you a book by which you can learn many things. Like the book name is Elixir in Action. You can find this book on internet. The PDF of this book is available on internet. You can find it. And the next learning source is from documentation. Documentation are always the best sources of learning. I will show you an overview to the documentation too. Like, let me show you. There is a documentation tab. Here is the Elixir standard library. You can learn each and everything to this course. Like, I am also taking the documentation as a reference for teaching you. Okay, so here you can learn data types. There are many data types out of there. Uh, Collection and variables, process, IO and system modules. You don't have to learn all the things from the modules. Just catch it up those things which are being useful of. Like I will show you how to read the documentation. Like here, atom is a data type, and here, atom was constant, which whose values are their own names. Okay, so just read it out and in the test in the interactive shell. I will talk about what is an interactive shell moreover to this course. So this is all about the introduction part of this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to all my videos. Okay, and thank you for listening to me.